Hello, we are now live eventually. Hopefully people enjoyed the new hopefully people enjoyed the new graphic. That is it's not the only thing that's new. There's some other new things, but as usual, this is the show that requires no introduction because we don't have one, because we are going to be recording the Studio77 Report. So it's me and Tazziii here. And if you've been here before, if you've seen one of these, you'll kind of know what we're about to do. But we do have a new format, which we're going to talk about once we start recording. So because we are, or have been in the background, just working on some new things, we're going to start to reveal some as we go into next year. And this being one of them. So new format of the Studio77 Report, which we'll get into in a moment. But yeah, how's it going, Tazziii?
Cold.
Yeah. Yesterday was actually, because it's been getting colder. Yesterday was hurt.
It's like
actually.
Yeah.
Actually,
I put my heating on yesterday and realised
problem.
that I need to bleed one of my radiators, which I was
Okay.
meant to do in the summer because it's not heating on.
Not heat. Yeah.
It's the one here and here as well where I spend the most time.
It is. Yeah, that was a problem. That was actually a problem, and it's only going to get worse.
There was snow in some parts of the country.
Yeah, I had a friend say like, he's just outside of London, I think. So he said it was snowing.
That close?
Yeah.
Oh my god, I didn't realise it was like that close.
Impending doom.
I did see some people post with like snow that are like not that far out of London. I was like, oh, they must be like on a trip up north or something.
Nope. It's on our doorstep. Yeah.
Wow.
So yeah, we've got that to look forward to. But we've also got us to look forward to. So we're gonna do the usual thing of checking our notes, and then we're gonna record. Well, actually, this is only one of the things in the new format. We're gonna do one recording, so it's gonna be a straight recording through the whole thing. Let's see. We've got a poll situation going. Got some news stories. Got some guest advice, and then got some updates from the community as well, and then a bit of a challenge at the end. But we'll get into that in a moment. I feel ready.
I don't. So like I have gone over the notes, but like I also haven't. But it's also me, so I don't think that's a big issue.
Yeah. Fair enough. All right, that sounds like some kind of endorsement. All right, let me just double check. Yeah. So yeah, it is a new format. So this is like a test one. So bear with us. We're trying out something a little bit new. See how it goes, and then we're going to be doing this. I guess one thing to say as we start the recording is we're going to be doing Studio77 Report in each season now rather than monthly. So that's a key change. But it's going to be more in it, and then we're going to be working on building the community around that, particularly for those on that creative journey. So we want this to be a live stream, in particular from the My Matter set of live streams, where people on the creative journey can come, like gather, meet each other, and then as we're on the creative journey as well, sharing our progress and art updates, and we've got some of those to come. So yeah, it should be fun. So I guess we can get into it. Cool. Right, ready? Was you ready, Tazziii?
Oh, I just realised I was muted and I was talking. And you've done the thing where what you say sounds like a response to what I just said, even though you can't hear me. So yeah, I'm ready. Let's go.
Cool. All right. So let me reset this here. Get that going. So yeah, Studio77 Report for autumn 2025. I don't know why I had to announce that, pre-announce that, but here we go. We'll start recording in 3, 2, Hello and welcome to the Studio77 Report for Autumn 2025. I am Nigel, the co-founder of Matter.
I am Tazziii, content creator. What?
Oh, we right at the start.
Right as well.
Bloopers are still the same.
All new format, same old bloopers. And I am Tazziii, content creator. I'm Matter creative director.
And Matter is a manga brand and mission-driven creative agency based here in the United Kingdom. So we do a bunch of things. We create manga-style comics, we run online and in-person events, we deliver creative workshops, and we also run the video game diversity campaign, Do I Look Like a Gamer? And sometimes we play games as well. I just realized I've stepped over it. I've gone into my regular. Okay, this is going to be a fun. I was doing the usual thing. I was like, that's not what it says. I should probably read the thing that I wrote. I'm going to do that again. So it goes me, then you, and then me. Cool. We know what we're doing. So where was I? Matter is a manga brand and mission-driven creative agency based here in the UK. We create manga-style comics, run online and in-person events, and also deliver creative workshops. And we run the video game diversity campaign, Do I Look Like a Gamer?
Yeah. Studio7 is our digital platform where we bring together creatives at every stage of their journey. Through our shows, we talk to creative professionals across comics, cosplay, games, and animation.
And you can get involved. So you can join the Studio77 Discord, which we're actually going to be changing and improving as we go into next year. But that's where we're all on the creative journey together. So one of our goals here is to demystify creative industries, share highs, learn from the challenges along the way. So if you are joining us live, you can jump in the chat, in the Discord, in Twitch. Let us know where you are at on your creative journey. And if you're not already part of our Discord, we'll put a link in chat as we go. You can also check out mymatter.com, and there's a link somewhere there. You just need to search around for that. Before we dive into the creative news roundup, we've got a bit of something special to share. Since that's the first time we're talking about this publicly, but this live stream is where we're sharing an evolution of the Matter brand as we officially announce our new tagline for the brand, which is Imagine More.
Yeah, Imagine More is more than just a phrase. It's about expanding creative thinking and encapsulating everything we stand for, pushing beyond conventional limits and inviting everyone to dream bigger and think broader.
So for each Studio77 Report recording, we are going to focus on a different theme over the year to get people thinking. So as we're at the end of this year, the theme this time around is reflections. And we're looking back at our experiences, using what we've learned as we go ahead into 2026.
Reflections will be the theme for this season's community poll and creative challenge. We want to hear what you're reflecting on and how it's impacted your creative journey. Put your thoughts in the chat or join the conversation in our Discord community server.
And we've got a poll going as well. So we're going to put a poll up to ask you, how has your year gone? But answer in emojis. So if you're watching us live, you can catch that poll. We're going to put that up. If you are watching this later on YouTube, we probably got a poll up on our socials as well. So follow us on our socials and let us know, how has your year gone? Has it been amazing? Is it strong? You've made good progress? Has it been pretty good? Has it been a mixed bag? I feel we might get some votes for that one. Or has it just been a challenging year? We can always learn from the challenges as well. But yeah, sometimes it doesn't go to plan. What are you thinking, Tazziii?
I just cast my vote. Mixed bag. It was between it's kind of like I've made progress, but I wouldn't say I've made great progress.
I feel that.
And I wouldn't say like pretty good overall, because there's been like some hella challenges.
Yeah.
So mixed bag is definitely where I'm at. What about you?
I wanted to go mixed bag. I feel like I'm also in the mixed bag category. However, I'm in my optimism. I like to think that this is the year that I will look back at that has been pretty good progress. It just doesn't feel like that in the moment. So yeah, we'll see how it goes. But I'm certainly in the mixed bag category for me as well.
Yeah.
If anyone's like fire, just let us know, because I want to
know how
study
you got there.
Yeah. Want to study that. But yeah, so that's our poll. Like I said, if you're watching us live, get involved in that, or if you're watching later, check our socials, and then hopefully it will still be up when you check it, or just drop a message in our Discord. Let us know how your year's gone. With that, we're going to get into the creative roundup. And each season and each live stream, we're going to look back at the news across games, comics, animation, other creative industries that have managed to catch our collective eyes, and we are going to discuss them right here with you. So if you're listening to this on the Story X Story podcast feed, you can enjoy this audio version, but you can also catch us live. You can follow us on Twitch and YouTube to catch the video live, or VOD, and it stays up on YouTube forever and ever as well. And you can also jump in our Studio77 Discord in between live streams. Let us know what you think of stories. So let's get started. Tazziii, what is your story of the season?
Oh, my story of the season, even though we can go broader now that we've got a new format.
You stuck to games.
I was stuck to games. Games just had so much news that it was like inevitable. Yeah, there's been a lot of news coming out of gaming, and so my news story is that Valve has announced 3 new Steam hardware devices. So we've got the Steam Machine, the VR headset, Steam Frame, and a new Steam controller. And I've felt very, very strongly about these, considering this also comes off the back of like someone from Xbox saying that the next Xbox is like gonna be basically a PC. Anyway, so this is like a very interesting time for Steam to make another attempt in hardware for gaming after Microsoft's whole everything's an Xbox.
Everything.
Everything, which means including your Steam Machine and your VR headset, Steam Frame. But yeah, obviously we've had the Steam Deck for a while, which is their handheld, and the Steam Machine is supposed to be like a TV PC. So it's still a computer, still a PC. It's not a console. They're very adamant that it's not a console.
Oh, they've come out and made that distinction.
Yeah, it's not a console. It is a PC. It will come loaded with Steam OS, which is a Linux-based operating system. But you can just install whatever OS you want on there. Like, it's not locked into Steam OS, which is cool. It's very interesting. So the thing that interested me most about this, which is being nicknamed, I don't know if you've seen it, the Gabe Cube.
Okay, I hadn't actually seen that. hadn't heard that. Okay, I like that.
Yeah, it is cube shaped, and there's like already like skins and stuff coming out for it. Like there's a Portal companion cube. Anyway, it's very fun. It's very fun. It's all of these products. This is according to Games Industry Biz. All of these products will ship to same regions that currently have the Steam Decks. So we have. I only spoke about the Steam Machine being a PC, and then they've got like the VR headset, which is supposed to be like standalone or connect to a PC. Which is interesting because this is Valve's first like intro into standalone VR headsets. I think previously they've only had ones that you need a PC for.
Oh, is that like the Index, right?
Yeah.
Oh,
So
okay. So that you couldn't play that without a PC.
no.
Oh, okay.
So this will yeah. So this is interesting. This is challenging because at the moment I think the two big standalone like decent headsets are the Meta Quests and the Pico headsets. So yeah, Steam are really coming up here, and then the new Steam controller, which is very similar to like the Steam Deck controls, but
Right.
like
Yeah.
in a controller, and it's not their first attempt at a controller. But this is the goal's to ship early 2026.
So they haven't got a date or pricing, I noticed.
Haven't no date, no pricing. But starting to ship early 2026. So we'll see. They're all like you can use all of them together. So if you have the VR with the GameCube, I'm gonna call it that. It's so great. With the GameCube, you can like use that together. You can use the controller with the VR, and obviously with the GameCube. So like they can all work together, which is cool. I think one of the things that made me excited about this is like the effect it will have on the market of gaming. Like has PC just won the console war? Like with this product, that's not a console, but then the next Xbox isn't a console. So
yeah,
like,
I mean,
yeah, I think it adds well needed competition, specifically to Microsoft, because I feel like this is competition not just for gaming, but for operating systems. And if Steam are making this TV console, a TV PC type thing, that makes it easier. Like, because my biggest thing about PC is like it's just so complicated. Like with a console, you just press on, select game, and play, which I feel like this is going to help with. Yeah. But also, will it encourage like more compatibility with Linux-based software, with any extra hardware and peripherals, and also software? Because SteamOS is built on a Linux-based thing, and so then does that challenge Windows as well? So this is why I'm very excited.
Okay. Yeah, I mean, because Valve tried a version of this like actually 10 years ago. I think 10 years ago this month, where it didn't quite work, and I think it's one of those like sort of right time, right place situations where now we're looking at obviously the Nintendo with the Switch, Valve with the Steam Deck, a whole bunch of PC handhelds. And I also feel, even though what you just said about consoles being simpler, and it's still true, they are also more complicated than than they were. And I feel there's like almost like a meeting, there's maybe a meeting in the middle. But I think I feel like this is a good idea. And from what I've heard of it so far, Valve feels like the only person who can do this in terms of like really challenge the other, well, I say other, but the console makers, and particularly Microsoft, because this feels like it's going to take over what Microsoft were doing, kind of, or backing away from doing.
At least a strong competitor. Like, I feel like, especially with all the acquisitions and everything, despite saying they wouldn't be, but they have become like, they have overtaken like the market in terms of competition with everything they've done, and massively affected how things are done. And like Steam being such a big platform has enough. Like Steam is where you get PC games. Even though there's other platforms you can get PC games on, Steam is where you never think of them first. You don't think.
You think Steam?
Yeah. If you want to launch a game, you think Steam. You don't think Epic Game Store.
No.
As much as they tried to make people think Epic Game Store, people don't think Epic Game Store. Like you think Steam.
Yeah, it's also
Steam
funny.
Sales.
Steam sales, wish lists, all that.
Games, yeah.
It's quite funny because I'm old enough to remember when Steam first launched and it was not well received. Well, not that it wasn't well received, but I think usual thing of like new software and everything didn't quite work, and people weren't as receptive to it as they are now. But I feel this is good. I feel like, so for me, I used to be a PC Master Race gamer once upon a time, and then consoles was just easier. So I just got to that point. It's just easier. I don't want to think too much. But this feels like a nice middle ground. Now the one thing that pops to mind, I feel like everyone, is how much it's going to cost, because while we're talking about, yes, this is something that's going to make PC gaming easier, it's going to fit in your home under your TV. Not if it's like 2000.
Unlike the PlayStation. Sorry. had to have a dig into PlayStation there.
I managed to make it fit. I wedged it in there. But yeah, not if it's like £2,000, and it's quite. Oh, maybe it's telling. I know it's definitely telling with Xbox ROG Ally, where they didn't announce the price because it's a lot and it's not a mass market price. So this sounds like at least aiming for a mass market product, but is it going to be a mass market product?
It's actually done pretty well. It's exceeded expectations.
Okay, I'd be interested to know a year from now, because I feel it's one of those things like the Nintendo Switch, even PlayStation. The people who want it are going to get it first of all, so I'm not necessarily surprised. I'd be interested to see a year from now how that's selling, but
but still exceeding expectations
is something
from I think it was from ROG themselves. I think that's impressive that they were like, we're not really going to sell that much, and then they're like having to manufacture more quicker.
I mean, that is positive.
Backlog,
I wonder what the pricing of this and what the expectations are for this. Like, what do you think? Because it sounds like you're into this.
Yeah, so as much as there has been no prices, I'm trying to find if it's in any of these articles that we've listed, that we've got, but I have read somewhere and I can't remember where, or if it was on the live stream that it was said, not on the announcement video that was said, but it's not a top end PC.
I didn't notice that.
It's supposed to be a mid-range PC, and so I think the pricing will reflect that. I think it will be similar to a console.
Which console?
Like, it will be in the range of like a Xbox or a PlayStation.
Okay. I think I read, let me see if I can pull this up. I read that it was 6 times more powerful than a Steam Deck. So that's something.
Steam Deck, and let's get how much a Steam Deck is up. I want to do a very accurate guess so we can clip it and then come back to it later. So I'll give you my actual number prediction. I'm gonna get up current prices of everything.
Okay.
And I'll give you a number. But yeah, please continue though.
Yeah, and so I was just looking over some of the stats. So wait, it's a 6-inch cube. I didn't realize it was that small.
It's a little cube.
That's tiny.
It's
that's,
like
that's
it's
actually
literally that's why it's being nicknamed the GameCube, because
cube.
it's
Yeah.
so much like the GameCube in
And
terms of
then
design.
I mean, the VR thing is interesting as well because VR hasn't necessarily taken over the way I'm sure people, I say people, the people that have VR headsets that manufacture them would have liked. But I do feel there's still a place for them, and I think one of the things that is key is the detachment from a console or
Yeah.
PC. So I think that helps. And from what I've seen, they're going with the Apple sort of model of like it's basically a Vision Pro on your face. So in terms of like you can navigate other interfaces and like the OS with it as well as playing the games.
And that's pretty standard for a standalone VR headset.
Okay, I'm behind.
Yeah.
I'm behind then.
Yeah, like
So,
Meta are very big on like multitasking, use it as a workspace, enter meetings. I have a Pico, and there's a lot of like using it for productivity, linking it to like the Pico, the Meta, the Vision Pro. Like you can link, obviously Vision Pro, link it to Apple products.
yeah.
The other two you can link to Windows devices and like extend your workspace, like use it to watch things, have like I was testing out how many windows I could have open on the Pico, and like navigate things on there, attach keyboards, stuff like that. So yeah, it is something that standalone headsets tend to do. And you can connect a Meta headset or a Pico to PC to play Steam games. Yeah. VR. Oh, they're all normally designed to have spaces. So anyway, let me not get all super nerdy on. I will sell you a VR by the end of the day if we get into it. Yeah, 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 yeah. I feel like I have money on Steam VR being the new Steam frame being the best one when it comes out. Except for the fact that Meta have a lot of good exclusives. The most recent one being Deadpool. Need to get my hands on that. Anyway, what am I basing that on? That Steam have cheap games. And it looks comfortable based on how it looks. It looks like a comfortable design. It looks, I would say, most similar. Seems like they've mushed everyone's designs together. To be honest, the Apple's Vision Pro is extremely heavy. Like I cannot imagine being in that for a gaming session.
Right.
Like I can barely imagine
It's a
being
lot
in
of
it for
tech.
more than 10 to 15 minutes.
Okay.
It's a very expensive paperweight. It's impressive when you're in it, but what's the point in being that impressive if you can't stay in it for that long to get anything productive done, or entertaining? Like it just is so heavy.
Okay.
It's so heavy. The whole time I was testing out, I was like, all I can think about is how heavy it is on my head. I'm very used to the Meta Quests and the Pico 4, and this looks like it will not weigh so much as it looks comfortable from what I can see of the design. It looks comfortable. The controls look comfortable. I won't know until I try one on my head.
Yeah.
I'll be interested to see like what extra straps. Normally, like you can upgrade to like pro straps with VR, like change things, and lots of external companies will do things. But I think this will end up being the most customizable.
Okay.
Yeah.
You sound really positive.
I do. Maybe
I mean, you
think
normally sound positive, but you sound
I
particularly
do. I think I
positive.
want it to be positive. I feel like there needs to be more competition in both, like, even though it's not, there needs to be a new word. This is, even though they call it not a console, it is a PC, but it is a console. It's a console. I feel like console by definition is something that you have in your living room. If it
Okay.
can sit in your living room, plugged into your TV, it's a console.
Yeah, I
Like,
felt consoles were
comfortably,
all
if
that
that's
single purpose, even though they can do multiple things, but that main purpose
that main purpose,
device.
yeah, that I'm calling it a console.
Okay.
I
Gabe
think
is going to
the
be
term
disappointed.
I think we need to. I think the term console is adapting. Like, even
For sure.
VR headsets, I feel like they're consoles. They're
Okay.
VR consoles. They're a new type.
New type of console.
Like, you've got handheld. VR is like,
Yeah, that's a
yeah,
fair point. Yeah, handheld console, VR console. Okay.
console, yeah. Even though they do more than it, but it's the Steam. The point is to bring it to the TV anyway. So I just think I feel like I'm very excited because Steam just seem to be shaking things up enough and adding enough competition depending on where we get this pricing at. And I'm gonna say that I think the GameCube's the Steam Machine is gonna come up. Do I think it's gonna come in cheaper? This is the thing.
I need to get some drum roll effects on this. Note for editor, drum roll effects.
I think it's gonna be a bit more
higher or lower
than a
than
console.
Okay, more expensive.
I think we're looking at like the price of a PS Pro. So
Like
it also depends
£700.
Yeah, I think it also depends on like. But I feel like it might even come in a bit cheaper. I don't know. I'm drawn between like, is it going to be a bit more expensive? Because I'm wondering if it will come in cheaper but like with a lower storage. But I don't know. Have they said anything about like its customizability? Like, are you going to be able to just add? No, I think you can. I think this was in it somewhere that you can just change a hard drive.
Okay, they did say so versatile PC gaming, small enough to fit on your TV. SteamOS. I imagine there's some level of customizability.
Where is it?
In this?
I'm sure. I need to find this in one of the articles. Maybe it's because I'm sure there was something to do with, you're not locked into having specific like hard drives. Like the Xbox came out with their new to get the most out of it, and you have to have specific sort of like memory cards or hard drives to work properly. I'm sure I read somewhere that wasn't the case, and I can't find it now, so I could just be making it up.
No,
but it is a PC,
thinking.
remember? So if it is a PC, it should be theoretically customizable.
Right, I got that. So in that case, then, what's the? I imagine they don't want to call it a console because it's more customizable. I mean, I don't know exactly why, but
yeah,
it's still got to keep that simplicity, right? So even if it's customizable, we're talking about plug and play.
Yeah, I think we'll have a £600 model.
Okay.
And a £700 model. We're somewhere between £600 and £700, but then have 750.
And if it's more than 800, well, and we're talking about the Steam Machine just itself.
Yeah, it could easily be 800, but I don't think it will be.
Okay. All right. I
It
tend to
could
agree with you,
easily be
actually.
that. It could easily be 800, but I just don't think it will be with. Mainly because it's trying to market to the masses.
Yeah, if that's what they're going for, then I tend to agree with you. I also think the benefit that Valve has is Steam. Is they've got
Yeah,
they make their they make their money from other additional ways, so they can
yeah,
be sort of flexible on or competitive on the pricing. So I feel I can see it definitely coming in line with like PS5 Pro,
yeah.
Xbox Series
I
X.
think I think the controller will be on the expensive range for a controller.
Okay. Yeah, I can see everything else being super expensive because I
Yeah,
think the key is to get this thing in people's homes, right? So,
yeah.
and
And
then
then as well, once you've got the GameCube, you're gonna want the VR and the matching controller because I
right.
reckon it's gonna be sold without the controller, but you can get a bundle with the controller.
Okay, okay. We're giving them
Calling it
ideas
now.
now. Yeah,
That would just make sense. Like if I was in the room of this,
yeah.
that would be I would do bundles. I would the Steam machine would be cheapish comparatively on its own, but the Steam frame and the Steam controller would both be maybe a bit above uh market average.
Mm,
But if you bundle them, you're getting the best value for your money.
right. I can see that.
And there'll be different bundles. There'll be like the full shebang bundle, and then the like Steam
Just get you
machine and
in.
Steam frame,
For,
the Steam machine and Steam controller, than just the Steam machine. Maybe
oh,
even
got
there'll
you.
be a Steam Deck and Steam frame bundle for the
Okay.
launch. They'll do a new announcement, something to do with the Steam Deck will just be slipped in there when the others get released. Got to get the hype up.
Got to get
Um,
the hype. Do you think
also,
this will
I am.
work?
What was that?
Do you think this will work? Is there space for another console?
Oh, absolutely. I think everyone's
Okay.
so mad at the companies right now that, like, boy, some of the comments under some of Xbox's most recent announcements, like, there is so much. Like, I've been a long-term Xbox user, like, and I am never buying another Xbox again. Like, they're like, I have not bought. I've been there since the get-go from the original Xbox, and this is this is
This
this
is
is a
it.
betrayal. Yeah, like so. Yeah, I think it will. Games on Steam are so cheap. There's so many sales. People have such big catalogs. Like I want a Steam machine. I'm like, oh my god, this can be because I've been like wanting to turn basically my gaming laptop. I kind of just have it automatically load into Steam in big picture mode.
Right.
So it's essentially already a Steam machine. But it's
Got you.
awkward.
The
And
awkward
like
Steam
I gotta
machine.
kind of
Yeah.
like lift it open a bit to plug it into anything. So I'm sold. And it's
Okay.
so small, you can
And
basically
it's so
make it
small.
portable. I reckon you're gonna get like little carry cases for it.
Little furry carry cases.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's gonna be fun. No, I'm very, very excited. I reckon someone's gonna make. I don't know if anyone remembers, like for like GameCubes and PlayStation ones and two Slims, you used to be able to get like these little screens you could add to them, and like
I
they'd
vaguely
like
remember that.
yeah. And the
Okay.
idea was like, oh, you can play it in the car.
All right.
Portable gaming.
Oh no, portable gaming
for a
is
for
here.
a,
Is
for a
yeah.
90 in the 90s noughties
Oh.
was wild. Some of you youngsters will not believe some of the contraptions
Okay.
that came out. Yeah,
All right. I
no,
guess we'll see.
yeah,
And early
yeah.
2026.
Yes, I think that's going to get delayed. I think the one that's not going to do so well is the Steam controller. I think the controller's going to flop.
Okay. Aesthetically, it doesn't look great to me, but
Yeah, and I've only played with the Steam Deck a little, but the the comfiness of where they are on the Steam Deck. And then looking at those pictures, I'm like, my thumbs are already aching just looking at it. Like, we'll see though. We'll see.
Yeah. Okay. All right. We've got new console hardware to look out for. Not console, non-console hardware. Sorry, Gabe.
Yeah. But yeah, I'm very excited. I'm very excited for it to just shake up the industry. That's the thing I'm most excited about. But like, it really will. If it does work, it will.
Yeah, no, competition is. We need more. Always need more competition, or the right amount of competition.
Yeah. Yeah. Anyway, that's my story. What's on your story of the season? I was like, I was going to say month, but
we're broadening. Imagine more. So unlike you, Tazziii, I am venturing out of games and into the other comfort zone of anime with my story. So I am very intrigued in Demon Slayer, even though I have not watched the film. But Demon Slayer Infinity Castle has been, by every measure, a success at the box office worldwide in a year that we've seen many films, animated or not, kind of fail. So recently, you might already be aware, Demon Slayer opened in China over the weekend. So this is from a Hollywood Reporter article, November 18th. So this recent, as we're live streaming, recent weekend. And it earned a decent amount, 52.4 million from Friday to Sunday, but it takes the worldwide total of Demon Slayer Infinity Castle to 730 million. And just to note that that's more, as far as I know, it's more than all the Marvel films and DC films this year. And that in itself is incredible. So it's quite an achievement. And let me pull up get the story on stream as well. So for those that don't know, Demon Slayer is a manga anime series, relatively new, adapted to anime in 2019, and has just become wildly popular and one of Japan's like exports, because anime is like an export, considered an export in Japan. So it centers on Tanjiro, who is a kind-hearted boy who becomes a demon slayer after his family is murdered. It's quite a brutal opening. And his younger sister, Nezuko, is transformed into a demon. Although she's kind of like because she's like not quite fully there, but she's there. Anyway, I've already seen the first couple seasons. Don't know where that goes. But yeah, even though I haven't seen the film, I'm really intrigued by the story. So we've recently done a panel at Comic-Con talking about like anime in the mainstream and how it's just like blowing up. I've even done a talk or a panel at a conference, a children's media conference, about the rise in anime and just getting people to understand how big this is. But even the reason why this is my story, like this is really big. I feel this is like game changing big. This is anime, which once upon a time was the niche kind of weird, particularly here in the West, well actually particularly here in the UK and America. I think other territories like France and Italy have been more accepting, but here in the UK it's like, if you like anime, oh, you like that weird thing, either it's just for kids, it's silly, or it's got some weird perversion to it. This is an anime film just outdoing everything else this year in the box office. So yeah, I think that's a really big. So it has become. Let me get my notes. So it's become one of the fifth biggest global release of 2025. The top Japanese film of all time at the worldwide box office, and the highest grossing international film ever in North America. This is from the Hollywood Reporter. Previously, it was Crouching Tiger, Hidden Dragon. And so it's just knocking down all those barriers. So I'm looking at this and thinking, what does that do for the perception of anime going forward? Like, I'm asking an obvious question, but do you think we're going to see more anime films? And also, just to actually mention on Demon Slayers, like, this is part of a trilogy, so this is the first in the trilogy of films. So there's more of this to come, and yeah, what do we expect to see like from like anime in mainstream? This is like Hollywood level stuff.
Yeah, no, I think it's just we're gonna be seeing more. Like, I think Chainsaw Man also had like a pretty good box office release.
Yeah, it
Not
wasn't Demon
it
Slayer
wasn't
good, but
Demon Slayer,
yeah, but
but
it
not
was
every anime
respectable.
is gonna be,
It's
yeah,
Demon
like,
Slayer,
but it's like it made its mark in the box office as well, and I think that's just like another note, just the testament of where anime movies are coming. Because before you'd kind of get really limited releases as well of anime movies, and I feel like now they're just getting releases that are like regular releases, the same as any other film would, rather than like an extremely limited in selected cinemas only.
yeah, for
Good
2
luck if
days.
you're in for 2 days. Good luck if you're in a rural area, like you're not seeing it. Whereas now it's just like released as a standard movie, the same as any standard movie. So I think it is just like things are changing. It's no longer. I feel like we're shifting to a space where it's no longer like they're no longer like, oh, weird niche anime films. They're just films. It's animated.
Yeah,
It's just a film. It's just not like it's just gonna be in like it's just a film. And oh yeah, this is not just for kids animation.
right.
Like actual film. And I think it's good. I think we are gonna see the shift in like anime being seen as like just for kids, and like how animation in general was perceived, especially like animated films, especially as the like generations that have grown up on anime get older and they don't perceive it as just for kids.
Yeah, it's a weird thing. Yeah,
Like,
but it is different.
less people are growing out of anime, I would say.
Oh, that's an interesting point.
Before, people would grow out of anime and you'd hear like, oh yeah, like, I mean, you still do, but I think that's getting less and less of people being like, oh, I used to watch anime as a kid. Now people are like, oh yeah, I watch anime. Like, I am an adult, I watch anime. There's nothing weird about that. I've not grown out of it because so much of it is relevant still.
It's great. Yeah, it's great. But it is weird, like Chainsaw Man, for example. I mean, I've just started watching bits, but it's a weird. This is not a normal premise. And again, I'm sort of stepping back and looking at like your typical Hollywood blockbuster. This is a guy with a chainsaw on his face and his limbs. That's not normal, and it's very violent as well.
Yeah. I've not started watching it, but yeah.
Yeah, so I feel there's a bit of a culture clash like coming as Hollywood becomes more like open to it.
Yeah.
But the stories, or do you feel they'll change the stories? Do you feel anime will change because of this?
I hope not, but who knows? I don't know, because I mean, if they're seeing success as they are, then I don't think they will.
Yeah. Do you know why I thought that? I mean, the sort of typical company thing, but I was on a call recently about like talking about animation and how getting animation produced, and the person, this was not related to anime, but it was like sort of Western show, and he was describing how like his discussions with producers, with broadcasters, and how the original idea got changed, and in my mind sort of sanded down to appeal to an audience. And anime has, and I mean this in the best kind of way, has so many rough edges in terms of like some of the things that I don't want to see sanded down to, because it's now got to go in. I mean, we've seen this with MCU where, because they know such, like China, for example, is such a big market, certain things sort of shy away from. If it's military and it involves the US military, certain things they can't portray. So I would hate to see anime go down that road. But
I was just going to say I think the benefit is that Japan is such a big market for anime. Like, it's still very responsible for like worldwide box office numbers, like for such a big portion of that. So, and I feel like definitely the anime that is like true, like what's the word I'm looking for? But like to the
Authentic.
core, yeah, that's the one. Authentic anime that's coming out of Japan, which is the anime that people really love. That's not going to get diluted. They're not going to like be like, oh yeah, we're exporting it to the masses now. Let's dilute it.
Right.
I think the biggest risk is when it gets dubbed in English, it getting like a bad dub, which is classically what has happened in the past with a lot
Yeah,
of
we've seen
anime.
that. Yeah.
Sailor Moon being one of the biggest victims of a series of dubbing completely changing characters and storylines to fit comfortably in a US box. I think that's the biggest risk, but I think so many of the big fans of anime are very like there for it, and I think they are the driving force of its popularity in the mainstream. That I'd like to think that we're not going to get that. And not to say that we won't get it at all. I think we will get a few, especially as like Disney jump on it and like try and
they are jumping on it.
Stuff in.
Yeah.
I think those will get watered down. But I think people, I don't think you're going to see a dip in the success of like the authentic Japanese anime coming out. And then I think a lot of people will want to replicate the authenticity of what makes it popular.
Okay.
And not MCU it. Also, like there is a big like, I don't know if you saw that Marlon Wayans got frustrated with that his movie got outperformed by Demon Slayer.
No, I hadn't seen that.
It was salty, like very salty.
Because you got a horror film, him.
Yeah.
Okay.
And I'm like, get over it. Like he's like
genuinely salty, or was he doing a bit?
Genuinely salty. Like, let me see if I can get. I'll put this in the Notion so that.
Oh, that's funny. I know Paladin says great story. I assume this is about Demon Slayer, but raged at the animation because personally felt it oversimplified compared to the manga and my imagination.
That's yeah. I've not watched it, so I can't really comment.
Okay.
And a lot of F-bombs dropped in that. And humbled by his co-star, which was very, very interesting. But yeah, like, I think as well the fact that he was so outraged, like it hit his ego. that is like, yeah, anime's coming for you. Like, this is the new age competition.
This is it for real. Yeah. So I think people are
finding... like, I should get into voice acting. Like, like, let me get my VA show role together. He's sweating.
Okay. That's funny. I mean, to be fair, it does say he's comments in jest, because I just assume everything Marlon Wayne says is said in jest. But still, I feel it's nice. I like that story because he's got a big enough like profile that people seeing him do that will hopefully get them to recognize and take anime more seriously. So yeah, I'm looking forward to seeing more of this. It does mean I need to catch up on certain things quicker so I can actually go and see the films when they come out. So mental note for me.
I actually need to book it. Check the tickets, but I think there's a Jujutsu Kaisen film. Coming out in the imminent future.
Okay. All right. So we're looking forward to more anime. It's here. It's only getting bigger, and we're here for it. So those were our creative industry stories that we've been interested in. Let us know your thoughts in the Discord. You can also share stories that have caught your eye as well. And who knows, we might talk about them on the future Studio 77 report. All right, we're now going to get into some industry insights. I also realized maybe I should be doing transitions. I feel like I should do it. Anyway, for the edit, we'll do transitions. So, so each season and each time we do one of these live streams, we like to highlight advice that has come from creative professionals that has appeared on one of our Studio 77 shows. And because we're doing things a little different, usually we do one tip. We're going to throw a bunch of tips at you because we talk to a bunch of people. And because we have our theme for this live stream, which is reflections, I've got different clips from people reflecting on their journey into their profession and sort of interesting insights along the way. So what we're going to do, I'm going to play each of the clips. There's 3 clips from the Story X Story podcast for recent guests, episode 226, 228, and 230. So I'm going to play each clip back to back, and then we're going to give some insight on the other side of that. So have a listen.
Fine art. Then in my 20s, I started making comics. But I got married, I had children, I became a single mother, and I needed to put food on the table. So I had a proper job. Many years I had a proper job, and then when I was 50, I was diagnosed with stage 3 cancer. So I went through all the treatment, and at my 5-year checkup, the consultant said, you're going to be here for a bit. And I realised I needed to spend the rest of my life doing what I want to do. And I walked away from my job, and that's what I've been doing. And I have never felt such a sense of purpose and satisfaction. It's one of the best decisions I've ever made.
Wow, that's amazing. Yeah, no, I was going to say like congratulations. I don't know what you say to that exactly. And that's fantastic to hear.
It was a blessing. It was such a blessing. But as they say around here, that's my story.
When Unity had money, Unity paid my whole trip.
Wow.
And that all happened like in the same period of time. So 1 week I went to GDC with IGVA in the scholarship. I came back, I spent 2 days in London to unpack, repack, and then I went to Thailand. I thought I'm gonna be kicked out of the master's degree because I was missing almost a month of lessons. But actually, my teachers were incredibly supportive, and they said, Marina, like the master's is super important, but actually that you are doing this, it means that, for us is to be proud of you, and we want to support you. And that was really important to me because, maybe other teachers or the university could have said, no, like you need to come and it's not okay that you're missing classes. But I guess that the whole point is that your students get to go to cool international stuff, and they knew that. So they really supported me super much.
I was really shocked at how, at least this is sort of circa 2010, how kids were basically being put into these juvenile justice centers and left there for months and months and months due to a lack of capacity to place them in rehabilitation centers. And I learned about this in one of my classes. And this was something which everyone else, all the sort of people who grew up in the US sort of took for granted, but I was really shocked by. And so I wound up writing an article in the Baltimore Sun about this. And that then led me to receiving a grant to make a documentary on the subject. And I made a documentary which was released locally in Baltimore. I got a kind of local release whilst I was at university. And that was seen. Yeah, and that was seen by one of the producers of House of Cards, who hired me to work on House of Cards. And that's how I kind of got into scripted storytelling.
Cool. So those were the 3 clips. So the first one was from comic creator Judy Powell, who talked with us as part of the...
You're muted.
Oh, am I still muted? I think I'm unmuted on stream.
Having a snack.
That's cool. So the first clip was from comic creator Judy Powell, who spoke to us on episode 226 of the Story X Story podcast. And second clip was from Mariana Diaz, who's a game designer, spoke to us on 228 of the podcast. And the third one was from Michael Nakan, who is the founder of Comicsit, which is a kids focused comics app that is in beta and launching next year. So like I said, each one of those kind of giving some perspective, some reflection on their journeys in. And I think for me personally, like Judy's words still like ringing in my ear, because she spoke about, you know, in her words, and like she's an older comic creator and she's had life, and she talked about studying art. She talked about starting making comics, but getting married, dropping that, and going through it. Like she talked about having stage 3 cancer, going through treatment, and just how she described like really looking at her life and thinking, what does she want to do? So she walked away from her job. She was telling us in the episode, and walked away from her job to make comics. But then her describing how she never felt, in her words, never felt such a sense of purpose and satisfaction. And it doesn't mean it was easy. So in the full episode, we'll put the links in the chat. So she talked about the satisfaction, but it's not an easy journey. And that really stuck with me. And it made me feel that, you know, not to get too like heavy and philosophical here, but we are only here for a short amount of time. And the amount of times I've seen people at different stages, but seen people go, you know, I'm going to do the thing that I really want to do while I'm here. And it just makes me reflect on what I'm doing, what we're doing collectively with this, and how to make the most of it, like while you are able to do it. Because who knows what's going to happen in future. So that's one that stuck with me. But how about you, Tazziii?
I feel like the overall theme of all of these is like, just do the thing. And I think that's just what stood out to me across all of them, because it's all kind of like all of them have made a point of like just doing the thing regardless, like especially like Marina talking about just going off on all of these trips, even though they were studying at the time. And like worrying about like how's that going to affect the like university work and everything, but then being really supported by the university, but like just taking that opportunity even though there was a risk, because getting that experience in and making sure you're learning from those like actually doing things, right? They all kind of stood off, and like just going from writing an article to making a documentary to Netflix show. Like it's just like, so just do the thing. I feel like the whole film, life's too short, just do the thing.
No, I like that.
It's really making me like look back, and I feel like that's helping me kind of like put into perspective my year and like some of the stuff that I've done. I feel like this year I've kind of been better at like doing the thing. I have a lot of ideas as well, so doing the thing maybe isn't always the best idea.
Do the thing in moderation.
Yeah, because otherwise I do all the things, but definitely like do the main thing, and then if you've got time for other things, do those things as well. But also like doing the thing you enjoy. I think that's important. I'm like, okay, gotta go do some things.
Yeah, I know, right?
Sorry. Stream's over, recording's over.
Yeah, we gotta go and live life. I feel that. So yeah, hopefully for people listening that resonated. So I put the links, although let me redo one because I put the wrong link in there. So I'll put the links in the chat. We'll put this wherever this ends up. We'll put this in show notes so you can get it. But we spoke to all three on the Story X Story podcast, so you can listen to the full discussions and get the insight from people who are doing the thing in different industries. So always appreciate when people come and talk to us and give us that perspective. So if that resonated with you, do check out our shows. We do podcasts, we do live streams, we speak to a range of creative professionals about their journey and the work they do. And if you are a creative professional and you would like to share your story, get in touch. We would love to have you. We are working on our 2026 schedule. So email us studio77@mymatter.com. All right, now we're going to go into our community showcase. I don't really feel I need to do the transition thing, but next time. So one of the cool things about this new format that we're going to be doing, so each season we're going to celebrate the work that is happening within our community. So as well as sharing where we are on our journey, we are going to shine a spotlight on some projects and the creators behind them. So this is your chance for next time, this is your chance to let us know what you've been working on, and you might get a spot on the Studio 77 report. So we're making slots available for people to come on and join us live on stream or shout out their work in a Discord, and then Tazziii will or myself and Tazziii will give you a spotlight. So we're going to start with ourselves and some of the stuff that we are working on. We're working on a lot, but in particular, especially as I look at the calendar now, we do have an event coming up as part of the Do I Look Like a Gamer campaign. So this is about showcasing representation, or better representation, diversity, inclusion in the video games industry. So if you've listened to our live streams before, our podcast, you would have heard us talk about how we've done our Campaign 40 photo shoot earlier in the year, showcasing 40 players and makers. We've done a schedule of events. We're almost at the end of them. We've got 2 more to go, but one in particular happening on Saturday, the 29th of November, is our Friends and Family Game Design Jam. So we'll be at Square Enix in their London offices, and it's an event for anyone of all ages, experiences, to come learn to make tabletop games, and in the process, learn about the fundamentals of game design, get experience from people who have made games, and we might give out some prizes depending on how the games turn out. We got different categories as well. So yeah, design for all ages and experience levels, and yeah, you can join. So yeah, I don't know how. I was going to say like how many people we've got, because it is limited. The places are limited. I feel we've still got some space, but if people do want to come, now would be a good time to RSVP. But yeah, this is like us putting together the event. How are you feeling about the event plans so far, Tazziii?
I'm very excited.
Yeah.
Very excited. It's going to be such a fun day. I really like all the events we put on throughout the year. Particularly, this is up there. Maybe second. I like that it's hands-on. I love seeing the creativity that comes out of it and the ideas that come out of it, and also just the different generations working together. It's a very like cross-generational event, so I really enjoy seeing that. And we've got some cool people coming, industry professionals coming to really add their insight as well. I'm excited for that. Excited that it's at Square Enix offices. There's a lot of big swords everywhere. Yeah,
big swords and figurines. Yeah, so yeah, this is our upcoming event, and yeah, I think for me it's always like we do quite a few events over the year, and this usually feels like the easiest one. He says before, and now let me not jinx that, but yeah. But you know,
okay, that's a real word.
events are hard, so I'm talking relative here, but events are hard. But we're actually going to have a discussion about planning events on the podcast very soon. But yeah, events are hard, so while they may seem like easy on the outside if you're attending and having a good time, they are hard to put together. But I always feel like for our campaign, and particularly for this one, like you say, Tazziii, when you see like different generations, particularly like kids, young kids working with like adults, and obviously like kids can make a good time of anything, but I think when we do these types of events, like seeing the adults actually surprisingly often, as in surprising for themselves, get value out of working with kids and seeing, oh yeah, they got so many ideas and creativity and all that. So it's not just like one way. It's like I feel both ways get the value from it. So always like seeing that come together.
Yeah, I feel like a lot of people are often reminded of the untainted imagination of childhood
Yeah.
and then learn to let go of some of their walls that they've built up.
Yeah. Yeah. So yeah, come to our event. It's like the fountain of youth. So yeah, so we'll be doing that on the 29th. We'll let you know how it goes. See, we've got a final live stream at the end of the year in December. So we'll be sharing some of the photos and feedback from that event. And then next time we do the Studio 77 report, we'll be able to share more as well. If you are a organization in games or adjacent to games and you would like to partner with us, do reach out. We're now in planning stages for the 2026 campaign. So now is a good time. We'd love to explore ideas and opportunities. Get in touch. But that's us. That's at least the most pressing things. We've got a laundry list of things, but that's the most pressing.
But yeah, in each Studio 77 report, we're inviting up to 3 people from the community to join us live on stream to share their creative projects, project news, so we can learn about it, celebrate milestones, and share with others. If you'd like to join us for the next one, get in touch in the Discord or by email, studio77@mymatter.com. And if you can't join us on the live stream, you can still let us know about your news in the Discord, and we will shout it out in the next on stream next time. Yeah. Sorry, new notes. I'm just. So this is where we would have featured community project, right? And then go into the community highlight.
Yeah, we've had some coming from the Discord as well. So we've got one, and then you've got some news as well.
Yeah. So then featured community projects. And then we also, okay. So beyond our featured guests, there's so much amazing work happening in our Discord community. So let's look at some of the projects and discussions that caught our attention in for this season. So our first one is from Katie, who's working on Mello's art tricks, giving little art tutorials and little bits of advice. So this is, I guess, quote. This isn't me speaking. The next one is me speaking. Sorry. So since late August, I've been developing a social media brand called Mello's Art Tricks, giving little art tutorials and little bits of advice, and things are going really well. And I'd very much like to share it with everyone at Maya Matter. I post weekly with advice on anatomy and anatomy. With advice on anatomy, shading, general mentality, and everything else I can think of. This is probably the video I'm most proud of because it really helped solidify the account into more of a positive community that I'm very happy to be a part of. And so you can see some of that on screen now, and I need to go follow because I'll get into that in a second.
Yeah.
These are good.
Yeah, just looking, putting it up on stream. So Katie also edits video for us. So full disclosure, in that we're keeping this in house. But so does video, but also has done previously like concept art and storyboarding for our latest manga, Origins Against All Odds. So I'm just seeing this for the first time as well. But I knew he was working on something with like animation and TikTok as well. I might also have to get some TikTok advice from him. Mental note for future. But I've also put some of his artwork as well up on stream, so people can check that out.
Yeah, I definitely have to go follow for that.
Yeah, that's cool.
Oh, little tiger is so cute.
All right, so we need to get more artwork from KD. Also, that's what we're learning from this.
Yeah.
Cool. But yeah, Tazziii, you got some progress as well. So
I've got some
thank you
progress
to
as
Katie
well.
for sharing that, because we want to see people's progress. So not just like finished work, but we want to see people's progress and interesting things they're working on. So let us know.
I feel like I should have gone first because now mine looks so less impressive. But I'm very proud, so I'm going to show my progress because, unlike Katie, I am not an artist or an animator, but which is why I'm like, oh, I'm going to have to get some tips off the new TikTok account, and because I have been experimenting myself, and I'm going to show this instead of my webcam, because I've been experimenting with some PNG tubing. I love VTubers so much, and I'm always like, I want to be a VTuber, but like making a whole model and rigging it is challenging. Again, I'm not an artist, so but I do want to do it myself because that's part of the reason why I love it. Like I want to learn how to do the process. Anyway, so I thought I'd start with some basic PNG tubing, and I've got a lot of artwork in my iPad, just doodles. I call it accidental art because I can't draw something from a plan. We'll get there eventually. But anyway, so I've been working on these, and this is the first one I made. So this is my little PNG model. This is called Droid of the Night, and its first debut was on Halloween this year, and I realized when I first done this, I forgot to export it, like without the box around it, like forgot to export it transparent, which is like, this is why you do, so that you learn, and it's in those little mistakes that you learn and you remember like to do it, because it's not that I didn't know, it was just remembering to do it. So again, do the thing, and as you can see, it's like reacting to my voice, so it does move, and I've been using VODoTube for now, and I've been looking at like different ways, but I also have another model, so I'm gonna switch over.
It's actually lip syncing to you as well.
Yeah, like it moves. It's not quite lip synced, but it reacts to my voice. I have also been working on something with some of the My Matter artwork, because we have our Story X Story podcast, and we have some artwork for that, and I think it would be really cool if that artwork was animated, especially for when we're uploading the podcast to platforms with video like YouTube. And so I've started on a little proof of concept of that. This one I just quickly exported, so it doesn't look as good because it's not exported very well. But this was using Penali's artwork here, and I just basically drew some extra mouths and extra eyes so that it will look like it is blinking and talking. And I'm really proud of this one because Penali is an amazing artist, an amazing illustrator, and for me to make it look good enough, good enough that it's not too noticeable that it wasn't Penali's unless you actually got close. And looked at it. But it's moving, so you're never going to notice. Yeah, actually, I'm going to turn off the bounce because it doesn't work with this character. I think this works a lot better when it's just the mouth moving.
Okay.
Yeah. But like I'm going to continue to like add to this, because I think the music notes moving would also be cool. And then like maybe the stars. I might be being a bit ambitious here.
But yeah. And if they did a whole dance routine, that would be great too.
But as a for like a basic start,
Yeah.
maybe there's something we can use in the future, and then when we have budget, we can get someone who can actually animate.
Yeah,
Maybe.
I've got ideas.
Maybe that's another
Add it to the list.
job for Katie.
Yeah.
But yeah, like I feel like this is a good proof of concept for what we could have for our podcast.
Nice.
And then
yeah, I like
we
it.
could have both our characters. Yeah, I couldn't transfer it, but I also done a rough sketch. I really want to show it on stream. Maybe I can. Can I? I'm going to. I hope you don't mind. I'm just gonna add a. Oh, I know. Where's a? I just need a cable and a thing, and I can show you the other thing, which is kind of along the same lines that I was working on. I just need to find the right cable.
Okay. While you do that, I'll just let people know that if you'd like to be featured in the future community showcase, either as a guest, live on stream, or in our Discord, we're going to make space in the Discord for people to share what they've been doing, and then Tazziii and I can shout it out whenever we do the Studio77 Report recording. So you need to be in our Discord. I'll show a link by the end. And yeah, we're just going to be on the lookout for people to share like progress. Again, doesn't have to be finished, just like what you're working on, artwork, music, whatever we can share on stream. If you're on that creative journey, we'll be looking to showcase it with the community. And Tazziii doing some tech stuff behind the...
Yeah, I'm just really proud because I'm not an illustrator, I'm not an artist, I'm not an animator. Well, I kind of am now.
Yeah.
But like I don't have like any real, like I just sketch for fun kind of once in a while. And I used to enjoy like drawing some anime stuff as a kid. But like I've never really got massively into it. So like for me, like I'm really proud of these things because like my art is better than I thought it was.
Right.
Like I have this like unburied skill. Honestly, this is I don't practice that much. I don't have anywhere near the 10,000 hours. Do you know how I learn? By watching. If I watch something enough, I'll pick it up. So this is a lot of what I've watched. I've done the 10,000 hours, but in terms of watching tutorials.
Got you.
Anyway, so this is the other thing.
Ah, nice.
This is a sketch. So this is really early development. Let me just turn off one of these. So this is, I use Procreate as well for anyone. Oh wait, I turned off the wrong one. That one off. So this is like just a sketch of the next animated thing. And this is from scratch. The other ones were images turned into PNG tubers. And this is going to be made from the get-go as an like little animated thing, which I'm going to use as like either an animated emote, or an animated emote like on Twitch and stuff, and also for my Twitch overlays. I often need to go make a hot drink and I only realize when I start streaming. So on my starting screen or my BRB screen, I can have that I'm making a hot drink, and then this will play. So this is the sketch. This is the outline. Because I wanted to know how I would make it look like it's pouring, and I think I've done a pretty good job so far. So
it looks like it's pouring.
Just need to actually draw it properly and make it look good somehow.
So it's like you're gonna redo that or go over it, like ink it, or what's the process?
So yeah, this is literally just a rough sketch.
Yeah,
a very rough sketch. Like the pot needs to be bigger, the cup needs to be repositioned, but this was just me figuring out how it looks like to animate. Like how do you make it look animated?
Got you.
Because like at first I didn't have the liquid in the cup rising, and I was like, wait, that doesn't make sense. Yeah, and I was like, how do you make water look like a liquid look like it's flowing out?
Flowing, yeah.
And then so I added like lines to each frame.
Yeah. I think the cool thing with animation, like I think KD mentioned earlier about like anatomy and when it comes to like animals, it's different, and obviously humans and different animals are different from each other. It just really gets to that studying how things look and feel in motion.
Yeah,
that's the cool thing about animation.
Exactly. And that, because when I was doing the VTube and stuff, I, especially with like the artwork from my matter, because my droid is very simple, so the blink is different. It's a droid. It doesn't, there is no anatomy for droids. It can blink however it wants. But then for the anthropomorphic me, which is a Tasmanian, I was like, wait, how do eyes move? Like I realized I had to pay attention when the first version it wouldn't have looked right because I hadn't considered how eyes move. And I started it and I was like, no, wait, do your eyes blink from the top or the bottom? Like, and I suddenly had to think about, wait, how do your eyes move? And I was like, wait, no, because it's the top lid that closes when you blink. Unless you're squinting, unless you're doing like an exaggerated movement, your bottom lid doesn't really budge much. So all that movement has to come
from the top
down. From the top. And then also when I was adding like the extra like little details that Penali has and adding that to like the closed eye or the open mouth, I thought about something that Penali had actually said to us, which is about making things look like they're moving when they're still. Isn't it necessarily how they actually would look in real life.
Yeah, I remember
that. But it's how does it look in motion?
Yeah. And translating that. And
so I was thinking of that when I was doing it. And those small tips are like so dramatically like good. I think that's what makes your art go from like okay to like really good.
Yeah.
And I think those are the tips that I'd never got before. Like no one told me that in art. They just told me it didn't look good. And when I done like a life drawing, they're like, draw what you see, and I'm like, I am drawing what I see. It's not translating to the paper, but this is the shape. And they're like, draw the shapes that you see. And I'm like, I am. What do you mean?
Okay. But I mean, you know, we got a lot of artists in the team actually. We're doing art session.
Yeah. I think we've got some good teachers as well.
Like,
I think there's a difference between being good at art and being good at translating it.
Yeah. Teaching
in a way that other people
is a different skill.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Well, yeah, we got some showcases there. So if you want to, like I said, if you want to share your work with us, we'll be doing another one of these in the spring season. So let us know. I'll get the link and I'll drop that in. But Phil, we can go to seasonal challenge, or actually, do we round up anything?
Yeah. So we're just gonna go into some more bits that are maybe happening in the My Matter universe. I just want to get used to doing the actual full thing.
Okay. We're practicing doing the format. Cool. Yeah.
So I think because we still do have things to talk about. And
yeah, we got stuff. So I was.
I hear a buzz at the door. Sorry, I'm getting a buzz at the door, and I'm like, I don't think I'm expecting anything, so I'm not going to answer. Yeah, because this bit we're kind of winging it out. Yeah, let's get on. I think maybe if we're like, now let's let's see what else is happening across the Mayamada universe. If we've already spoken
Okay.
about some
About
bits,
stuff, but yeah.
yeah.
Cool.
Now let's move on to what else has been happening across the Mayamada universe. So if you're into comics, video games, creative professional development, here's what else you have to look forward to from the Mayamada universe.
So yeah, as I've mentioned many times over the year, we do have a new manga, but we are also working on our next manga series. I was recently at Thought Bubble, and there's a family that come by and have got everything that we've made manga wise, and they're like, "What's new?" And I was asked, when are we going to finish some of the stories that we started? It was a fair point. We've started a few stories, not all finished. I didn't have a good answer for her, so I said it's coming. But the next thing we're going to be working on is what will be a very late anniversary edition of the Samurai Chef, and we are going to put things together, put the existing stories, but also have some new story. So we're working on a new Samurai Chef story, which will be the lead up into another new Samurai Chef story. So a lot of plans in the works. So looking at that for next year. So stay tuned for that. And then also continuing working on 11th Hour in the background. So this is like further down the line, but also hopefully next year, putting together the first like real story from the 11th Hour. And for those that have been following us for a length of time will know, because we had the idea for this in the early days as one of the 4 original Samurai Chef, Serious, Hot Lunch and 11th Hour. But it's also the most complex story, and there were a lot of ideas, thanks Lau, but there were a lot of ideas in that I've had to pare down and get to a succinct, coherent story. But it's also one of the ones where there's a lot of world building in it, which is something that's new for me. So I'm trying to work out how to do more world building than I've done before, but also not too much that we do a George R.R. Martin and don't actually put out a book. So yeah, that's a new thing for me to trying to work out in the universe. So that's what we've got to look forward to in 2026, and who knows, whatever else comes up in between.
Yeah. Can't wait. We also have our Studio77 digital platform, where we can all share insights, connections, and have some fun turning that passion into something real. So whether it's through one of our shows, the Discord community, here's some of what we've got coming up. So we have our casual conversations with comic creators, where each month Nigel talks with a comic creator about the craft of making comics. We're discovering the human behind the art, and the next episode will be with someone on a date that is yet to be confirmed and will be up
sometime. Yeah. By the way, none of this is updated, so this is all outdated. But so we've got our last casual conversations in December. So, but we are still looking for a guest. But you can also check out the previous one I did for November with Sammy Ward. So just did that a few days ago. So the VOD is up on Twitch and also on YouTube. Had a good conversation about her work, her ghostly stories, inspiration, and how she pulls everything together. So definitely check that out. And then once we get the guest confirmed for December, we'll shout about that.
Yeah, it was a good discussion. I managed to catch some of it.
Oh yeah, you did.
Yeah. We also have games night. So our next games night is towards the end of November, the 20.
Ooh, testing my memory. I'm gonna say the 26th. Wednesday the 26th.
Yeah, I felt like that was a day as well. Wednesday the 26th. Do we have a game for that already?
We do have a game. We're working on getting the actual game.
Okay.
But
so we'll surprise you.
yeah. So I won't say what it is, but yeah,
we're working on that.
We're working on it we're talking with the team.
So that will be on the 26th from about 7 p.m. UK time, and that will be with Studio77 members. But you can check out some of the past games like highlights over on YouTube. It's very fun. It's very chaotic. We often go into games that some or all of us have never played.
Yeah.
And so we learn on the fly, and it's very interesting and fun. So yeah, definitely check those out. But if you're ready to be a part of a community that supports your creative journey, then you can become a Studio 77 member today for exclusive content, network opportunities, and resources to help you thrive. And we did mention earlier about the Do I Look Like a Gamer campaign, but in case you missed that, just as a reminder that we do have our final 2 events coming up. So one of them is on the 29th of November this month, and we'll be at Square Enix doing our Family Game Jam event. And then we also have our end of year live stream scheduled as well. So that's what you have to look forward to. And then we will be starting next year with a whole new set of 40 diverse players and makers with and continue to highlight the representation that exists while we inspire the next generation. So look out for all of that. And if you want to take part, or if you're an organization that wants to partner with us on the campaign and our diverse initiatives, then you can email us to explore some of those opportunities.
So I was recovering from that sneeze. Yeah. So
and then I guess straight into showrunners.
Yeah.
I feel like it would be still good to touch on that the other pillars exist.
I was in like what we do. I could do that. Yeah. Cool. Okay. So I'll do like labs and productions, and then throw 2 showrunners. So yeah. Actually, do we have any workshops? No, we don't. But yeah, so as you know, storytelling matters to us, and we also, where we can, share it with others through our talks and our workshops that are designed for young aspiring creative professionals to discover their creative potential. So we often do workshops throughout the year, usually in schools, colleges, universities, but from time to time, particularly around the summer, we get brought in to deliver workshops that are available and open to the public. So when we get to 2026 and when we get like our schedule together, we'll definitely be able to shout more about when people can join workshops. And yeah, come join. We do comic workshops, we do game design workshops like we're doing at Square Enix, but also content creation workshops. And we did an interesting kind of, I guess I was going to say manifestation workshop at the Festival of the Girl, but what was the word I'm looking for? How would you describe that?
We done like vision board.
That's the phrase I was looking for. Yeah. So yeah, we branched out as well.
Yeah. It was all themed around the manga based on me, because
it makes sense.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There's a connection there. We didn't just randomly go like, we're gonna do vision boarding.
So we got that. So we'll definitely let people know when there's particularly like the public ones that people can join. And we also, as well as our own events, our own workshops, our own comics, we also do things for other organizations. So as part of our creative agency, part of the business, we do partner with organizations to create events or content that opens doors for people or educates. So we do actually have I don't think I'm because I'm not sure if it's like public, but we do have something. We did another comic earlier in the year. So we've got something coming out specifically for school audience. And when it's out and when it's public, we'll be able to shout about that. But we are available. So if you would like to work with us, if you are an organization that wants someone to help with event delivery, content creation services, your own manga, that's something we can also do. Get in touch, hello@mayamada.com, and let's talk. Let's talk about how we can collaborate.
Yeah. So we offer real-world experiences, as it is invaluable when starting a creative career. And Showrunners is the Mayamada work experience program offering meaningful opportunities to work on professional projects across comics, video game events, and content creation. So you'll be hands-on with Mayamada team, gaining experience in the industry, connections, in the industry connections. That made zero sense. What was I saying? You'll be hands-on with the My Matter team, gaining experience and industry connections. And I believe that some of the showrunners helped on the manga that you were talking about that was not for us, but
yeah, we had so people who have previously been as part of the showrunners program, or in one case even before that, were part of the team, the artist team putting together this new manga, and it was definitely a better comic than it would have been otherwise, because I was busy. I needed that, and definitely needed that.
Yeah. So that's like one of the opportunities that can come from it. So once you've worked with us, then there can be more work opportunities after that. And then I have a live example actually, because we actually have one of the showrunners, current cohort showrunners, helping us on the live stream, doing some clips and helping us collect interesting stories, a pool of interesting stories that we can make our pick, because sometimes me and Nigel are very busy and actually forget to either save the stories that have interested us, or sometimes I just haven't even looked at any news, especially when it was just gaming, and so it's helpful giving us having extra news stories for us to pick from. So if you are a young creative ready for real world experience, or an organization wanting to support emerging, I nearly said emergency though.
Emergency
but then
talent.
I caught myself, but then I didn't realize I caught myself, so I thought I hadn't caught. So if you are a young creative ready for real world experience, or an organization wanting to support emerging talent, learn more at mymatter.com/showrunners, or email us showrunners@mymatter.com.
And don't forget, you can join the My Matter Discord as well to connect with us and the community and get involved in the conversations, the events, the activities that are happening all year round. So we are going to be, I guess, redesigning is the only phrase I can think of. But redesigning the Discord as we do more of the new format, Studio77 Report live streams. So it's all going to sync up. So stick with us, and you'll hopefully see those changes in the coming weeks and months. But you can also follow us on YouTube. So we're putting all the live streams that we do will be on our YouTube and also our socials to stay up to date with everything we do. And we've got a lot planned for next year.
Yeah. Whatever your year has been like, remember that every experience, good or challenging, is part of your creative journey. We're all learning and growing together in this community. And each season, we set a creative challenge for the community based on our seasonal theme. So let's see what the community created for last season's challenge, which doesn't exist because we didn't create it, because this is the first one. But here is where we will in the future be discussing people that have submitted to the challenge. So if you want to be in this spot for the next one, that's coming up. So so as we move into spring 2026, we want to celebrate your creative growth, and our next theme will be renewal. What new skills are you developing for 2026? You can share with us, message or share art, etc. And we'll be shouting out community members in the next Studio77 Report recording in the spring. So you share the reflections in Discord before the 30th of January. Are we keeping that date?
I cannot promise that we'll keep that date, but we'll record in the next one in February, so definitely before then.
Before then. Yes, get them in before the 30th of January, along with your taxes. and tell us what you're renewing and growing for the spring. We would love to hear from you in the Discord, and we will shout out some of those in there is a whole line for this, and I'm winging it, and I don't need to. So we will feature some of your thoughts and ideas and creations in the spring Studio 77 report video, recording in February 2026. How are you feeling about this theme, about the challenge for this theme, the next theme? And
yeah, I like it. I think I think this is going to be good when we do more of these, because it will also get us to think about these things. I like the idea of thinking about different skills, developing. I think for me, next year I wanna go in on delegation and make that work. So something I'll be working on. Heads up for everyone else as well. So but yeah, so I think it'll be good to see what people are working on, but also like when we do these seasonal check-ins, good for us to think about what the theme is and how it reflects on us, because you know we're also on that creative journey. So anything we can do to improve, we're gonna try, and we're gonna share it here with everyone else.
I think I don't know if this counts as a new skill, but the skill I'll be developing is confidence in my skills, but specifically the skills that I might not think are like primary skills, or that I don't think are skills. They're just common sense.
I mean, as I say, common sense is not always common, so
yeah,
if you got it.
But like, I don't see them as skills. I see them as common sense, because it's got to a point where they come so easily to me that you forget that they're
that's the point.
Skills.
It's not common.
And I'm like, it's just everyone knows how to do that, right? Nope. Everyone has that knowledge, right? Nope. And I'm realizing I need to put more weight in those. So my thing will be having more confidence in the skills that aren't like my main primary skills.
Okay.
Yeah.
I like that.
And like putting them into practice.
Yeah.
With confidence, moving forward with confidence.
Sounds good.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's it. We reached the end. So I just realized we got to the end of the notes. But that is the end. That does it for another Studio 77 report, but also a new look Studio 77 report. So thank you for those joining us live. Spinning Unicorn, Paladin. I'm trying to see what other names in there. I saw a few other people in there. So
Creative Genius.
There we go.
Yeah.
So yeah, thank you. So we're doing, like I said at the top, we're doing a new format. So we're kind of testing it out, tweaking, and then we'll be recording these each season in a year. And yeah, it'll just be a place for people to share their stuff, see where we are at on the creative journey, hear what's going on with the My Matter universe as well, and chat and send us emojis as well. How are we doing with that poll? Actually, that's one thing.
Yeah.
Let's end on that.
Oh, we didn't put did we put a space for poll results?
I don't know how this works.
Yeah, we put.
No, we didn't. We should have. Okay, there we go.
Because then I don't think you can see the poll results after.
Okay. Well, polls. I know when I did it, mixed year was winning, so mixed bag was winning.
Mixed Bag was winning, and then I think we done another one, and then there was a split with Mixed Bag and
Mixed Bag won.
Okay, thank you, voice from above.
Mixed
Bag, Mixed Bag won. So yeah, it's been a tough year in a lot of ways, and I feel like also as we go into next year, I think this year has taught me. I don't want this to sound negative. I don't mean this in a negative way, but this year has taught me that we can't depend on the world to just be like nice and rosy. We can make it like nice in our kind of area of influence. So I'm taking that into next year, because I still think there's some crazy stuff to happen coming next year. So I'm just how can we make it good where we are? So but it has been a mixed bag, so we feel that but thank you for everyone for sticking with us on that. Hope you enjoyed the new format. Let us know what you think. We're open to feedback as well. But if you haven't yet, join our Discord. We've got a new look Discord coming as well. One of the things we're working on. But certainly follow us on Twitch, follow us on YouTube as well, so you don't miss another Studio77 Report video. We are doing these less frequently, but also doing other live streams. So every month there's something for you to enjoy. And you can check out the Story X Story podcast as well, where Tazziii and I have different interviews with people. We've got one coming today. Today's Thursday. Yeah, we've got one coming today, so I need to finish that edit. And also deep dives into stories across pop culture every week. So yeah, you won't be hopefully you won't be bored of hearing from us, because we've got a lot of stuff coming. Yeah. But that is all from us.
And also that we'll be able to hear from you in these reports.
Yes. Yeah.
So I want to hear like everyone's progress. Like, it doesn't matter how small. Like, I showed a rough sketch. We want to see all the stages of creativity, even if it's just the like conceptualizing, the brainstorming. Yeah. How's that going?
Let us know. So that is it from us. We will see you again next year for this. Next season. See you there. Take care, everyone.